BpsRps January 10th, 2022, Monday night. Hope everybody had a great first day of the week, or second, depending on which calendar. This is the Sensei of Wax, Sensei Bips. Welcome, welcome. Today in baseball, absolutely nothing happened again. Today in baseball history, however, nothing happened either. Some people were erected. Frank Chance, Rube Waddle, Ed Walsh came closest, but they weren't erected to the Hall of Fame. Frank Chance was not a good player. Tinker's Average Chance. They were just popular because of the poem. Not saying that anybody said that they were good. But in 1984, three erectees, Don Drysdale, I think he was on the Brady Bunch. I think him and Marcia had something going on. Harmon Killebrew and Luis Aparicio. Birthdays today. Bill Swift, 1908. He was a member of the 84 Olympic team. Remember his rookie card? It was like an 87 tops in the Mariners. He's old. Damn. Willie McCovey, stretch, 1938. He's a good power hitter for the Giants. Jim Lindemann, he was an 87 Donruss Raider rookie. He was a jobber, though. Adam Kennedy, he's a scrappy player for the Angels, was born in 1976. And that's really it. That's all that really happened today in baseball. Sort of a slow day, but what do you expect from almost the middle of January? Got Bazooka gum in here, which we like to read the little comic strip. After we open the pack, we got the other one. We got the Zago. We got the Inspiration Hero. We got the Greg Jeffries on the Phillies. There's the Bazooka. These used to cost a nickel at your local deli. Now, if you can even find them, they probably cost about $4. You know, inflation. Mort, why do you waste all your time with that stock market junk? Yo, MK. Bazooka. Why don't you just watch TV instead? Metal Dude, when your IQ reaches 50, sell. That was number 45 of 50. It's numbered. We're going to get this graded. It's sweet. Bernie Williams. He was a good musician. I think I saw him. I don't know where to get him, to be honest. Are you getting any? I don't know what the checklist looks like. I ordered a box of Topps UK today off their site. It's a hobby box. I don't know where to get the best at. Let me know where you can get it at. I saw Bernie Williams sing the national anthem at the there was the AA All-Star game about 3 years ago in Trenton. He's a good musician. Juan Gonzalez, like you've never seen him. Is Canseco in the checklist? Derek Bell. He was an okay player. He had a couple good years. These are the rules. I would have rather had a card than the rules, because I'm not going to play the game. Am I playing the game? I'm not. Kenny Rogers, the gambling man, and Lance Johnson. He was a pretty good leadoff hitter a couple of years. Pack sucked. Like that was a real bad pack. No matter how well you could try to sugarcoat, but that was a bad pack. So before we get into another baseball, we're going to get into non-sports. This is music. The goal, of course, is George Michael and Hall & Oates. I got 3 variations of George Michael. Would to see another one. Debbie Gibson, Belinda Carlisle, Lita Ford. Eric Clapton, one of the greatest guitarists ever. He stole George Harrison's wife. Patty Boyd became Patty Harrison, became, I think, Patty Clapton. I don't think they got married, but he wrote Layla about her. That song, Layla, it's about George Harrison's wife. Lord Tracy, Lord Vader. What is the Lord Tracy? Steve Miller before he became Steve Miller Band. Santana, high on base percentage, third baseman, DH now. Douche in real life. Steve Miller or Clapton? MC Hammer, Hank Aaron's inspiration. Great rap band right here. Eric B. and Rakim. Clapton, really? I know he had a lot of substance issues.
Eat that gum?
Yeah, why not?
Did you swallow it?
No.
How old is that?
I don't know. 20, 30 years old?
Jeez, I haven't did that in a while.
He's my dental guidance.
No, that's your mom.
My wife. He ran away. Everybody said, "What's up, Mini Bips?" He said hi. Eric B. and Rock, they were a great rap band, weren't they? Juice, Know the Ledge, Follow the Leader, Paid in Full. Oh, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but this rap was like good. Clapton in real life. He was an alcoholic, wasn't he? And he did have a lot of problems, right? Fates, Warning. Looks like a Journey ripoff fan. Cher. She's probably like 80 right now. She still looks great. I don't know what it is. Historic concerts. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's the Olympics. Got the torch. The Yugoslavia Winter Olympics. Historic concerts. Led Zeppelin. Pretty cool. That was a good pack. So far we got Redemption. Speaking of Redemption, we have trivia prizes. We got Alec Bohm, 86, Topps Chrome, Retro, Mirror, Franco, Bo Jackson, Pepperell. Yeah, she's all right, isn't she? What year did the Phillies win their last World Series? It's been around 150 years. They have 2 World Series. The first one was 1980. One was the second World Series. Don't type the answer, retweet it. At the end of the broadcast. 92. Tops. 92. I think that was a good year for music. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, they all came out that year. The grunge. Saw some good West Coast rap dropping, like Ice Cube. Sonny Bono. You say Sonny Bono, I think of Steve Bono. And for me to say that, being not knowing too much about football, that goes to show just how much of an impact Steve Bono had on my life. Some rub-offs. What the rub-off to the trivia prize? Bob Guerin. I forgot he was a catcher. He was also a manager in the future. A lot of managers were catchers. Bob Zupsik. I never thought I'd see another player with the last name Z. Zambrano, Zeal, Zosky. I forgot all about Zupsik. This is going to the badass binder. What's up, Kurt? This is going on the badass binder. Zunino. Oh, it's another one. There's not many of these guys. If you look at Baseball Almanac, players with their last name who begins with a Z, I don't know how many there are. I'm just guessing. It's probably not a lot of Q. Probably less Q. Maybe I should make the badass binder Z and Q. This is nice. Oh, this is definitely out of Sears Portrait Studio. Benji Gill, a failed shortstop prospect for the Rangers. Cal Quantrill. And his father, Paul. Roman Quinn. Yeah, that's right. Quinn, Quantrill. Who else? That's all I can think of. Roman Quinn, if you're in fantasy leagues, buy low. Like, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. But the Phillies outfield situation is in flux after Bryce Harper, of course. We're dealing with Moniak, Hazley. Oh, Ray Quinones. That's right. Take a shot with Quinn, especially with steals being scarce. The guy could steal like 30, 40 bases, as long as he doesn't like go in the deal after hurting his ribs swinging. Gill never panned out. This is a great card. Cal Daniels on the Dodgers. Arthur Rhodes, former closer for the Orioles. Look at this piece. Tyler Green. Speaking of failed Phillies prospects. High draft pick. Never quite worked out. This is a nice card, though. Bernie Williams again. No Tarkins yet. We didn't do Star Wars. We'll do Star Wars tomorrow. Quisenberry. The quiz. All right, so we named 4 Qs and 4 Zs. Help me out here, guys. YouTube, help me out. Anybody whose last name begins with Q. MK's coming through. Quintana, Carlos Quintana, Jose Quintana, Chad Qualls. Dude, that's deep. Yeah, he was a bad reliever, wasn't he? Quins. Richard. No, I keep calling him Richard. Andrew Painter. Red 5 auto in the mail. That's the second redemption I ever got. The first one was Zach Lowther, I think, but we bequeathed that to PJ, and that's the lowest number card I've ever gotten, a 5. Pretty cool. Mike Quick, former Eagles wide receiver. There's 55 total. What was that, Kurt? Kevin Tepani. Joe Klink. He was an okay middle reliever for Oakland. Anybody remember him? 55 total players whose last names begin with Q all time. What about Z? I don't know if you have access to that. So if I look at a badass binder, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, I would need 6 sides, which are 3 pages if I go back to back, 1 extra slot on another page for all of them. Yep, Quisenberry, I think MK said quiz. There's 55 total in baseball history. Quisenberry, Qualls, Quintana, Quinones. If Mike Quick, he never hit a baseball, he could have definitely been in that list. Benziger, Finley. Boysenberry's a great flavor. All right, this is really eye-opening because there's 102 players whose last name begins with Z. Half of that is Q. I'm going to have to change the badass binder now. I really got to think about this tonight. give up the 2 years of work I've done on that page and start anew. I'll admit defeat, but you're never too big to admit defeat. Pride comes before the fall, according to the Beatles. And look, he thinks it's funny. He's laughing. Spike Owen, he's having a laugh. He's laughing at him. He's like, you fool. You collected the wrong letter. Fuck you. Oh, sorry for cursing. Dante Bichette on the Brewers. How'd that happen? Dave Steve. Here you go, Carl. You know you're a big fan of Dave Steve. There's 10 different Zimmermans. There's Bruce, Jordan, and Ryan. They're the only 3 I can name. Quasberry. What's Quasberry? Is that real from the movie? Good old fuckface. Oh, sorry for cursing. Billy Ripken. All right, Scott's asking who's winning the national championship, Crimson Tide or Bulldogs? If you say Crimson Tide, I think of G.I. Joe, the Crimson Guard, and their leaders, the twin brothers, Tomax and Zaymot. MK saying the Tide, Kurt saying the Elephants. I don't even know. So wait, Crimson Tide's Alabama, right? And the Bulldogs are Georgia. Going to my library up here to try to remember if I was right. Let's ask the pack. 87 opening day. The first player we pull with a B or a C. If we pull a player with the last name that begins with B, that means the Bulldogs are. If it's a C, the Crimson Tide. Leave it to fate. Bulldogs, they lost the first game. So it's not a single game, it's like a series they have to play, or it's the first game they played earlier in the year? We have the answer right now, and what better to tell us the answer than a real jackass? Kurt Schilling. Crimson Tide, Kurt. He spells his name wrong. Our Detroit correspondent spells it right. Played earlier in the year. Well, if we go by Andrew, he definitely has some good logic there. If we go by fate, this horse's ass. Derek Lee again. This is the second Derek Lee card we pulled out tonight. No, his brother, Derek Bell. Irvin Santana. Their last names don't end with Q or Z, these guys. Jared Weaver. I think he had a couple good years, right? Low strikeout rate, but he still succeeded despite it. Jeff Francoeur. Jeff Francoeur was always smiling. Every baseball or like picture in paper or on the internet ever see he's smiling. He always had the look on his face like he just like tagged your girlfriend behind your back. Me and Jeffrey always thought that about him, like he was like a backstabber. So he always had that look of like the smile. Turns out this guy, it's not a good look. This guy's quite the opposite. Like he's a real good dude, like a God-fearing man. Not saying you have to fear God to be a good dude, but very faithful person, everything. He had a great arm too. Jake Peavy. I'm not going to debate Kurt Schilling's Hall of Fame candidacy because my personal feelings on him. What was his walk-up music? My personal feelings on him will come out. I don't like Kurt Schilling. Archives. I don't like any players that force the teams to trade them. You sign a contract, MK saying he's a Hall of Famer. Well, as a Diamondback, you would like him. Scott, as a Red Sox, you would like him. As a Philly, he demanded to be traded, which limited the market, and we got stuck with Omar Dal for him. That's why I don't like him. And Scott Rowland. Starling Marte. He's on the Mets now. Sell high on him. Get rid of him, because anybody who goes to the Mets. Trevor Story. He didn't sign yet. But anywhere he goes, his numbers are going to come down. So, what do? Sell high. That flesh wound. I mean, it's a legend. What was his sock really bloody? Was it ketchup? You can't ask him because he's going to tell you it was decapitated and broken in 40 places. Travis Lee, Vicente Padilla, Omar Dal, and Nelson Figueroa. Who was the GM? Who was the Phillies GM when they made that trade? Brooks Robinson. Probably the greatest defensive third baseman from what I've heard, but definitely not the best third baseman of all time overall. I still think Schmidt defensively, only because I never saw him play. Matt Olson, I think is going to have a really good year this year in Atlanta. What's up, Mrs. B? Still looking out for a Johan Rojas rookie card for you. I think she's the one you said she liked. It's got Brandon Lowe or Lau. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Sometimes when you add a vowel after a consonant with another vowel preceding it, it makes it like a long vowel. I never knew that. Kurt's saying about Alan Trammell being a good third baseman. Is he bouncing back or what, this guy? Aranola. I just have a feeling, I've just heard rumors they might trade for Olsen if they don't sign Freeman. Oh, wow. That's right, Placido Polanco. He was the best defensive second baseman and third baseman or something like that. Polanco. He was part of the Scott Rowland deal. Polanco, Bud Smith, Mike Timlin for Scott Rowland. So the Phillies had Rowland and Schilling, but were forced to trade them because they complained about playing in Philly. Any Mike Piazza fans here? This is a silver border. He's another player that I'm not too high on. I don't hate Piazza, but I pity the fool. He begged to get out of Miami. Overrated, yeah. Statistically, MK just revealed this to us today. Placido Polanco is statistically the best second base and third baseman defensively. He could bat 300 too. He was drafted as a favor to his uncle, Tommy Lasorda, the mascot bully of all people. In the 40th round, worked his way up through the minors. He was traded, and he said, I'm not going to play for this team because I don't want to play for them, so I'm demanding a trade. By fielding percentage, he was the best second, third baseman. Yeah, the newer metrics. I wonder what they would think of him. Piazza and Karros allegedly, they were romantically linked, if I'm not mistaken. Am I misremembering that? Willie McCovey. I think it's his birthday today. Scratch. It's his birthday. We got a birthday guy. Trying to get the mouse going here to see. I have to go to the other screen. Yep, he was born in 1938, this guy. He's no Paul Ossenbacher. Wow, that's right. Piazza and Caros. Yeah, I've read Piazza's biography. He never mentioned anything about that. I'm gonna DM him, ask him why he didn't tell us. Brandon Woodruff. I got one more at me. "2019 sticker collection." So MK, tell me more about the Bowman's Best. Is there a good checklist? Where would I find them? Is Canseco in the checklist? Starlin Castro. Wow, the Marlins. That was a while ago. And a player on the other side who we wish was still a Marlin. JT Realmuto. Oh, he's been with the Phillies a while, hasn't he? They still don't have any playoff appearances. Luis Urias. He hit like 25 home runs last year. How? Brandon Nemo. This guy gets on base. Oh, the albums. They were dynamite, those album pieces. Love them. Gotta do a zoom. Wow. This is a pretty cool card. Bryce Harper. Wait, they have albums for these stickers too, like the big ones, but the little ones with the glossy and the chrome, they were original. I think you called it before. They were the original chromes. I think I got a pack or two over there. We'll break them out tomorrow night. The old school stickers. Rick Porcello. No matter what happens the rest of his career, if he comes back, no one can take away his Cy Young award away from him. The foil, that's it. Gene Segura. Future Hall of Famer Bryce. Oh, absolutely. Still got a lot of more years before he retires. He's not going to go up that $30 million anytime soon. When's his contract run out? Like 2030? So yeah, he'll be in the Hall of Fame like 2036. 14 years, Jesus Christ. Getting old, fellas. Rub off. Bohm. Franco. Larnack. Bo Jackson. Hammaker. Pat Burrell. Torkelson. And a bunch of schmucks. In case you missed it, trivia question: what was the last year the Phillies won the World Series? I asked that question like it had like 30 Yankees. They won, so many World Series, but it's only 1980 or whenever. Oh, were they a soft drink that made those? It was a soft drink, right? That made those scratch off cards, if I'm not mistaken. They were like, it was yellow and like 3 diagonal little rub off spots. I can't remember the name of them. To Google I go. Squirt. Were they called Squirt? Squirt. Baseball cards, 1981. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know if they were rub offs. might be confusing them. We're definitely thinking something different, yeah, because I just Googled squirt, and they were a little different. I don't remember those though, the scratch offs. 81. So Mike Schmidt might have been in that set. Gotta find him. And as always, if anybody has any ideas of other packs to open, have other years or sets, please let me know. I'm always looking for some oddities, like 94 refractor, atomic mercury refractor parallels. That would be cool if they're out there. That would be cool to open. Don't go throwing around like a 73 tops. I don't know where to get those on open packs at. All right, fellas, that brings me to the end of the evening. We got the trivia out there. It was a rough night. It was rough. We really got nothing good tonight. So I apologize to everybody.
You hear him out there?
Minnie Bips is acting the fool again.
The 820 SmackDown.
Mrs. Bips gives him the 820 SmackDown, where she lays the law down to Minnie Bips. That's what we have to do. But he's howling.
In the shower.
In the shower. Minnie Bips is howling in the shower. Most people sing in the shower or wash themselves. He just sits there and howls like a dog. So thank you all for joining. Good times. You guys got the trivia question. Anybody? Hope everybody had a great Monday. Thank you all for joining. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a great day, everybody.